the party has been focused on acquiring the materials to fix the dream machine, which would help unlock some of Lulu's memories. In doing so, you decided you would head over to the Wandering Emporium. On the way, you ran into a residential warlord by the name of Ragadraga, who let you pass through his territory on the stipulation that you help him later on, help him deal with a warring warlord. You arrive at the Stygian dock, where you met a devil by the name of Basilstein, who would help you cross the River Styx if you helped him with a little science experiment. Unfortunately, that experiment went horribly wrong, almost having 4 of the party members washing down the river. With some quick thinking, everyone was able to make it out alive. By helping Basilstein, you acquired one of the components to your dream machine, the astral piston, and you also got a soul coin in return. You head over to the Wandering Emporium after crossing the River Styx. Where you met a man by the name of Mahadi, who is the owner of the Wandering Emporium. He tells you about the Infernal Rapture, his restaurant, I suppose, where one of the other pieces of the dream machine, at least someone who knows of one of the pieces is located. It is Red Ruth, one of the witches that was once part of Maggie's enclave. She has a heartstone and she's in the Infernal Rapture. But before you get into the Infernal Rapture, of course, you had to sign a contract which ensures that you do not break anything and you pay before you leave, or your soul is forfeit. You also met Katya over at Katya's Rumor, and you were able to learn that a man by the name of Mordekainen has Phlegethosian sand, which is another part of the dream machine items that you need to get. And we left off as the party was entering the Infernal Rapture. You had a little run-in with Strahd.
My boyfriend?
Strahd. Yep. And that is where we ended.
When do I get to kiss Count Strahd?
You can try right now. When I'm on bathroom break.
Oh, okay. I'll wait.
Don't you need to go to the bathroom, Ruin?
Don't you need to go potty?
Be right back.
Quick, Belgara, it's your chance.
Belgara lays a smooch on Strahd. A little
and it's just Takari, Belgara, and Ruin inside, correct?
I believe so. I'm fairly certain Ergoth and Nigel didn't want to somehow give up their souls accidentally, or didn't trust the contract as it was written.
I'm saving my soul for Katya.
Of course you are.
Good lord.
Wow, have we forgotten our tavern half ogre girlfriend so quickly? How
Yeah.
rude!
Wow.
You know what?
Wow.
You guys are more into that than Aragoth was.
I'm starting to think that Aragoth might be a little bit of a salute.
I am inclined to agree.
I told you he's trying to not die a virgin.
Wow.
Wow.
Hit the game, not the player.
Oh my god. Well, Takari's just kind of like tucked close to Ruin and Belgara as they're wandering through.
Yeah, Ruin is literally just going to follow Belgara.
Yeah, we're on our way to Red Ruth, right? We were told
Yeah.
where she's at.
Yeah, we're like being led towards her, I believe, by the hobgoblin.
Yeah, Belgar would definitely be in the front.
Yes, you're being led by Hobgoblin named Okul.
After being momentarily razzle-dazzled by Strahd. He has regained consciousness and is leading once more.
Oh, goodness. After a quick, pinch on the elbow, like, we have business to do.
Like a kidney punch.
Yeah. I know that's what gets me going when I'm
surely wakes me up.
dazzled, right? Nothing like a good kidney punch in the morning.
Just a single knuckle kidney punch.
Yeah. Dura, would there be anything inside the rapture that would be eye-catching to Takari?
So this is probably the most high-class place Takari has ever been into. So there's stone floors, there's large arches, there's paintings on the ceilings.
I like that you just assumed that this is the most high-class place that Takari's ever been in. You're correct.
Did he really need to assume though?
Right? I don't know why you had to make that assumption. Call me out like that. Okay, well, Takari is more than likely just head up and eyes wide and just sort of strolling along absently.
Eventually, Oko leads you to a door. This way to Red Ruth.
Just to clarify, are we all present here?
No, it is Ruin, Takari, and Belgara.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I think me and you are hanging out outside of the whatever it is. I think you said you were going to go do some swimming.
Yeah, I think you were going back to making money.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, I was going to try to get some more soul coins. So if I might need to roll a sleight of hand check.
Oh, hi,
later.
everybody.
Go ahead and do it now, and then I can...
Hi, everybody. Welcome, raiders. Lord Gustuva, thank you so much for the raid. We literally
Oko opens
just started. Welcome.
And what you see beyond it is a dark, dreary swamp.
Hey, get comfortable.
Takari's very excited.
Eat to serve, thank you for the follow. Wait, you said we see a swamp?
Yes,
It's just, there's just a door in a swamp.
correct.
Are there walls, or is it like just, is this like you're walking into another dimension kind of deal?
Lagar can roll a Arcana check.
I would love to. I have no idea what's going on.
Is this Jersey?
It's New Jersey, you're right.
Certainly isn't real.
Definitely not real.
Hi, everybody.
Does anyone else have proficiency in Arcana?
Do not.
that is present?
We're in
Okay.
a wandering emporium
Can I still
in
roll to try?
Avernus
Can I roll
right
for
now.
nature?
And we're looking for parts to fix a machine to save Elturel from Avernus, because we're currently playing Descent into Avernus. So kick back, get cozy, enjoy. We're in this very rich, very cool looking tent, and we just opened a door and there's a swamp. There's a fucking swamp.
Tastes like a swamp.
That is to be seen.
Now let's
Valid.
taste it.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
I ask because is there anything within Takari's druid abilities to be able to like sense whether
Hi, Blood Wild, hi,
figure out what's
Didos.
going on with this?
To figure out why there's a swamp behind a door, no.
Yes. Okay.
It is beyond that sort of knowledge.
Okay.
What do you do now?
So the hobgoblin just did they leave, or they still did they just open the door for us?
They would still be there. I assume you were just in the seconds that you were viewing within, you would try to understand what is going on. So yes, they would still be there.
I would look down to the hobgoblin and say, so this is where our friend Ruth lives?
Lives? No. Is? Yes.
Is this an enchanted room? Very odd to have a swamp in the middle of such luxury.
Mahdi is a very capable man. He can transform these rooms into anything you wish.
Belgara looks like visibly impressed with his level of magic and manipulation, and looks down to the hobgoblin again and says, will you please lead us to Ruth then? And just kind of like steps aside for the hobgoblin to lead the way. Cake Buggy, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Thank you.
Okul steps down into the swampy water. It is about waist deep to her.
Oh boy. Belgara is not excited about this, and she kind of like takes the ends of her emerald dress and like kind of hikes them up as to avoid getting them wet from the swamp water, and follows her in, not looking stoked about it, hesitantly.
Takari just jumps right on in.
Ruin's gonna cast Water Walk and walk on the water.
Smart. Takari's-
Belgara, would you like to walk up here with me?
She just like lets out this sigh of relief and says, "Oh Lord, please, yes."
Ruin will cast it on her and Takari as well.
Oh, Takari doesn't want it.
Yeah, fine.
This is like home to her. She's stoked. She's so excited. She's gonna splash around a little bit.
Belgara looks to Ruin with more admiration than she ever has in their existence of traveling together, and says, how Unbelievably kind of you. Thank you so much, darling. I will not forget this.
Say that I'm kind again, and I will never cast a spell for you again.
Heard.
A strong smell of sulfur hits your face as you step through the door. There are sounds of croaking frogs, caws from crows, and the occasional sound of branches breaking. Just ahead of you is a rundown shack on stilts. There's a light emanating from the window. Oko leads you towards the shack. You climb up the creaking stairs where a door made of driftwood blocks you from entering. The handle is made from a dirty rope. Oko grabs the rope and opens the door. The shack's interior is in complete disarray. Moldy, half-eaten fish lie on the floor. Jars of mysterious creatures and undeterminable bits of flesh line the walls. In the middle of the room is a table made of rotten wood. Sitting at the table is a woman of repulsive looks. She has long, white, greasy hair. Her white powdered makeup tries to hide the half-dozen boils riddling her face. She's wearing an old, tattered wedding dress, which reveals her sagging violet skin.
Belgara's doing her best to not look utterly disgusted by her surroundings, as not to insult the woman, and steps forward very gingerly and clears her throat and says, excuse me, ma'am, you wouldn't be Red Ruth, would you?
Strangers enters Red Ruth's hovel, yes. What could they be here for? A divination? Or perhaps to purchase Red Ruth's special brews of potions?
We seek an item from you, in fact.
A heartstone, yes.
How would you know that we come for the Hearthstone, if you don't mind me asking?
Many in Avernus would very much like a heartstone. Many have heard Red Ruth to get one.
I see. So they're in quite the demand. Well, this is precisely what we're looking for. Do you have one by chance?
Red Ruth keeps them in the hearts of the bone brambles, a maze of warped trees and bone-like vines. No one but the most determined would dare enter such a place.
I see. And you're saying that we would need to go in to acquire one.
Red Ruth's lair is at the center of the Bone Brambles. Meet Red Ruth there. Only then will you get the Heartstone.
And where would we find these bone brambles?
To the west, near the mountains.
And can you tell us what dangers may await me and my companions there in the bone brambles? He's thinking too hard on this. That's stressful.
The cursed Fae. And the mounds of living vines.
Oh, well, it sounds like quite the place. I would like to use detect thoughts to see what's on the surface level of what Red Ruth may be thinking. Right.
Okay.
I don't want to pry deep enough so that she realizes that I'm just checking out her brain. So just an initial tap of the surface thoughts. Shasta, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
So there's she's thinking to herself, she's definitely relieved that you are not here to hurt her. And she thinks of strange images like frogs and let's see, what else could she think about?
What a colorful lady.
Eve, maybe?
She's very strange, I guess. She's not really focused on anything particular except for like frogs, fingers, what she's gonna eat later.
I love her.
Trying to read the surface thoughts of
I love her
mindset.
I love her so much. I feel a deep-rooted connection with Red Ruth.
She's
Personally,
giving
Bones
me
does.
like Olga from the Dark Crystal vibes, especially with the
Yes.
voice that you're giving her, Duro. It's making me so happy right now.
Chef's kiss right now.
Right? Okay,
I
yeah,
love Red Ruth.
I'm not gonna pry any more into her mind, but I will ask her, could you perhaps give us any tips or direction to making our way through the bone brambles to your home, Red Ruth? any bit of information would be so very helpful.
The brambles, they're like a maze. Pick the right side to get to the center.
You wouldn't want to tell us the right side, would you? Belgara's attempting to look as charming as possible.
Red Ruth must not divulge those secrets to our home. If you wish to find Red Ruth's lair, you must find it yourselves.
Very well, then. I believe we'll take our leave now. See you in some time, Red Ruth.
Yes. See you.
Before they leave, Takari is going to offer Red Ruth a small handful of the teeth that she's been collecting. As a way of saying thanks.
I feel like Red Ruth would be really into this. This is a good
That's what I'm
move.
saying, right?
What did you do with the teeth? Sorry.
I'm just offering like a small handful of teeth to Red Ruth.
Red Ruth jumps from her chair to grab the teeth from your hands.
Oh.
Woohoo!
And you all thought I was crazy for collecting teeth. I knew they'd have a purpose. Takari will kind of like bow her head gently towards Red Ruth and say, "A gift for you."
Red Ruth shoves the teeth into her mouth.
Oh!
Oh,
What a fucking treat.
What a lady!
Belgara like brings her hand to cover her mouth as she like attempts to hide a gag.
Takari just kind of watches her wide-eyed and just smiles and backs away slowly.
got Ruin's respect.
Amazing.
He's like, that's what's up.
Red Ruth gives you a smile back with some of the teeth showing.
Oh!
Oh my god. What a treat.
What a lady, I tell you!
This trip
Belgara
was
looks
totally
to
worthwhile.
Takari and like drops her voice and says, "Don't get any ideas."
Takari looks back up at Belgara like, what the fuck do you think I would do with the teeth? Not that.
Belgara
hell?
shrugs like, "I don't know, I've seen you do weird shit, dude."
Takari's gonna get the heck out of there.
Well, time to go. Lovely meeting you, Red Ruth. See you soon. Goodbye.
You officially weirded out the weirdo.
Love it.
What a treat.
Oh, goodness.
I would say that Belgara would lead, because we don't need anything else in here. I'd say she would lead everybody out of the place, back to meet the others.
No unlimited food.
What did you say, Takari?
I said no unlimited food. Wasn't there like an unlimited buffet situation going?
Yes, you actually have access to some of the food available.
Need a soul coin.
Yes, you have to pay before you go. If you want to keep your soul, that is.
Yeah. And that covers all of us, right?
That is what Mahadi said, yes.
Nice.
I have a soul coin on me from Nigel.
He gave you 2, didn't he?
I think he did, yeah.
Is it time to leave then?
Correct, you should have 2.
Time to go.
How's Nigel Swindling been going?
Kari whines at the idea of not being able to stay and like absolutely gorge herself on food, but she follows along.
Yeah, Belgara is going to pay. I assume she's paying the hobgoblin on the way out.
Well, you didn't take any services, so there's nothing to pay.
Oh.
So you signed the contract to get in. You don't necessarily have to pay for anything.
Okay, unless we eat or sleep there.
Or, yeah.
Yeah.
But you still have to sign it to get in.
Does not paying when they leave still break the contract at all? I'm gonna read the fine print again.
No, because we didn't take any services.
Yeah, we only spoke to Ruth.
What if talking to Ruth is a service?
Is it?
I don't know. Is it Duro?
Why are you mind fucking us right now, Chris Angel? I feel attacked.
It is not.
Good.
Thank God. So I guess we're meeting everybody else outside then. Okay.
Alright, so the contract says failure to surrender payment at the time of collection, but doesn't say for services rendered.
I swear to God, Aragoth is trying to get us fucked here.
No, I'm trying to not get you fucked. Also, I'm not there.
Oh my gosh.
I should probably never say anything.
Well, you should have read the contract better, because under considerations, it says assignee agrees to pay for goods and services administered in the Infernal Rapture before leaving the establishment. There was no goods and services administered. Okay, so Ruin, Takari, and Belgara meet up with was Ergoth and Nigel together?
I probably would have just been hanging close to where they were going, just to be close by while Nigel did his thing. Question: is spellcasting, is detect thoughts a spellcast?
Yes, it is.
Oh, uh-oh.
He's not on our side. I'm telling you, he's a plant.
This is giving me, you didn't collect our homework vibes.
I mean, you're like trying to like make sure the facts doesn't
we weren't
make me not on your side.
We weren't technically in Infernal Rapture. We were in Redwood's home.
I'm your guys' public defender, see? But you don't have enough souls to afford a lawyer.
You know, with an intelligence score of 10, I'm not really confident about you being our lawyer. I don't even think you can write. I've
Lawyers
seen
don't
your
need to be
journal. It's
intelligent.
just a bunch of doodles.
Lawyers don't need to be intelligent, they just need to memorize information.
Oh, okay.
Especially when it's written down in like the books and books and books behind them that they always forget.
Wandering says I should fire you.
I have a lot of opinions about what you just said, and I'm just going to keep this myself so we don't
So
get
many.
killed.
So many. We gotta. Moving
That's a lot to
on.
unpack. Yeah, please.
Okay, so Takari Bagara meet up with Ergoth and Nigel.
Yeah, can we say that we kind of had this conversation as we met, just to kind of like fill the kind of made like a paradox, because I was talking about it while they weren't they weren't there, or I wasn't there.
Well, you would have known they were casting if you weren't there.
Could I have like asked what happened, what went on, how to go, and all that? Assuming Belgara fills me in.
Yeah, Belgara would just fill you in. Like, she would give you the
Ariel
basic
would like
rundown.
would like to warn you about the spell casting that you did. Oops.
I can't cast any spell? Did I fuck up? I wasn't hurting anybody. Oh, Daryl's quiet. Oh, God.
But again, technically we weren't in the Rapture. We were in Redwood's home.
Is that so? Were you technically not there? I hope so. I'm just like trying to like understand all the possible worst case scenarios, and then like if you guys initiated the worst case scenario, I'd be like, well, I'm glad I didn't sign it.
So it has been a week since you guys were reminded that there was no spellcasting in here. When you entered the Wandering Emporium, there was a sign which said that there was no spellcasting allowed.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
And the contract says no spellcasting.
Well, I guess I'm fucked.
But I will give you the benefit of the doubt because it has been a week since we met.
Also, she didn't get caught spellcasting. Is there isn't like a trap of
Sure, we
figuring?
can go with that too.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. The area doesn't automatically know if you cast a spell, correct?
Alarms and shit just start going off.
Daryl said
right,
forget about it, so let's forget about it, everybody.
Yeah,
It never
yeah.
fucking
Moving
happened.
on.
I'm no longer scared for you guys.
Ruin's about to commit murder.
I don't have to make something up on the spot, okay?
Thank you, Duro, for your patience,
That's how
kindness,
stories
and
are written.
excellent,
That's the
When
whole
they
reason
don't go
why
as
I'm letting you
planned.
do with it.
excellent DMing. We love you very much, Duro. Anyway, moving on. So we met up with Aragoth
Nigel too, I suppose.
and Nigel. Yes, I just figured Nigel's swindling his little heart out.
Yeah, as soon as Aragoth sees you guys, he like clasps his book shut and puts it in his pocket.
Nigel's probably kicking back at this point. Might have probably gotten some food somewhere. Duro, could Nigel have stolen some food?
Stolen some food or paid for the food?
Nigel's like he doesn't pay for his meals.
Nigel's gonna get us
Only when
killed.
it's convenient.
Well, it would be convenient since there's no stealing allowed within the Wandering Emporium.
I'm not under contract.
You wouldn't be able to get in with a contract though.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Is there like anything around the area outside of the Wandering Emporium, like a food truck, maybe?
There's a taco truck right there. Would you like another ration, Nigel?
Yeah, definitely. If you're offering.
Here, you can steal this one for free. When he hands you stealing is always for free. It was a joke.
Oh, why, thank you. And Nigel chows down on the ration.
Okay, so there are 2 shops which you have not interacted with, and you're also still on the lookout for those Kenku.
Are either of the shops within eyesight of Takari?
Yes, they are, in fact.
Excellent. Does one jump out at her? She's also going to take her plant back from Aragoth. Yes. It takes like a month to grow. I looked it up.
You can tell it's been growing for a while now.
Oh, excellent. Do I need to water it?
No, because it's magical.
Nice.
So the 2 shops which you have not interacted with yet. One appears to be a forge. The other is looks like a very simple shop. There's a human woman there, and she appears to be giving someone a haircut.
Oh. Takari is interested. She'll waddle on over.
Does Takari waddle like a bullywug when she walks?
No, she walks normally. It's just fun to say the word waddle.
I'm gonna imagine it that way now.
Right? Same. Sorry, Bones. But I mean, you
Thanks.
were raised by bullywugs, so it just makes sense.
Okay. Well, she's gonna walk over there.
It's very cute in my head.
Of course it is. It's Takari. She's just very cute.
She's a little baby.
How tall is Belgara?
Let me double check, but I think I made her like an average female human height.
Oh, okay.
$5'11". No,
Oh,
she's a little
shit.
taller than average, actually.
She's a long lady.
Yeah,
What kind of humans are you living around?
myself.
It's
It's very lonely over here.
Same height as Aragoth.
I made Takari 5'8", which is my height.
Yeah, I made
was hoping
Belgara
that-
my height and forgot.
Oh.
I thought I made her a little smaller and more average, but no.
Damn. I was hoping that Takari could like tower over her a little. I was hoping like 5'6", something like that.
You can sprout little like wooden vine heels.
She wouldn't. Anyway, but yeah, she's gonna go over to the lady giving a haircut very curiously.
As you are approaching her, she is actually finishing up her patient, or not patient,
Patron.
patron, yes.
She's just gonna kind of like go up on her tiptoes and kind of look around a little bit, almost as if she's a little too shy to ask if she could sit in her chair.
Well, hello there, traveler. can I interest you in a new hairstyle, or maybe you have some basic medical needs?
Takari's gonna wander a little closer, and she'll kind of like tilt her head to the side, and Takari's hair is braided down her back, and it's, I'm sure at this point it's not looking its sharpest, and she'll say, do you think that you could do something with this?
Takari, don't lie, alright? You don't bathe. That thing's like borderlining beaver tail.
She bathed once recently.
I forgot about the natural water incident.
Yeah.
Well, I can certainly try. I'm not the one to give up on a challenge.
And she'll just sit right in the chair with her plant in her lap. And she'll ask the woman, well, I also have a question for you. Have you seen a couple of kinku around here?
Oh yes, Clunka and Junk, they come here sometimes so I can prune their feathers.
I see. Were they seen recently, like within the last hour or so?
Last I saw them, they were headed over to the Fire Snake Forge.
Oh, I see. Is this audible for the rest of the party?
I do not believe they followed you, unless someone did.
I didn't know.
No,
if
I would
she
have
had
stayed
her
back.
Yeah, I just didn't know if her chair was outside or not, or if there was an open window.
So it is a open stall with a cloth giving you shade
Gotcha.
above you.
Right. She'll look up at the woman and say, just rebraiding it is good enough. That's fine.
Ooh, that'll be some trouble, but I'll give it my best go. You know, this reminds me of that time I chased a hog up a tree. It was so quick, I could barely catch it.
Why does that remind you of that?
Oh.
It was certainly a challenge, and this is one of those challenges that just reminds me of those.
Oh, I see. She's blushing in embarrassment at this point.
Yes, I remember. Afterwards, I gave the hog to the local king, and he gave me a whole house for the hog. It was something for sure.
And how did you end up here if you have a whole house?
Oh, I thought I could help these people in Avernus. You never know when you need a new hairdo.
Yeah, I suppose. She'll pause for a moment and ask the woman, have you seen any springs around here?
Now that is a good question. I have heard of springs in Avernus. One's over at Fort Knuckles, I believe. Fort Knuckle Bones. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. And And that's the only ones you've heard of?
I've heard rumors that there's one to the southwest, though I've never been there before. I've only heard rumors, like I said.
I see. Okay, that's helpful. Now, Tara, has she started this task?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Has she started at all? Trying to
Braiding your hair?
Yeah.
Yes, she has.
Okay.
She was she started it when she started telling her the story about the hog.
Right. Takari will she'll fall quiet for the time being, and kind of mutter to herself to the southwest.
She finishes up giving you a braid as best as she could.
Do I look beautiful?
More beautiful than ever.
Excellent. How much do I owe you?
Oh, no charge. I'm always happy to help.
Takari will stand up and give her a few nods with the head and say thank you, and she'll return back to the party, pointing over to the forge, because that's nearby, isn't it, Drew?
Takari, read your messages real quick.
Oh. Takari's just gonna come back to the party and just sort of blink up at the rest of the group.
Belgara looks down to Takari, says, "Is everything all right, dear?"
Yeah.
Do I notice anything off about her?
Not particularly.
Fancy me braid.
You do have a handsome new braid.
Thank you.
Let's just call it a braid.
What? Fancy.
Why are you stealing our fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's agree to call a braid a braid.
Do I need to explain why? Really?
Yes.
Belgara does inspect her braid and remarks that it is a very lovely braid, and says to Takari that any time that you would like your hair braided, Takari, I would always be willing to braid your hair for you. I braid mine every evening before bed. It's part of my ritual.
Takari's a little bit confused, and she does that thing where, you know how dogs try and chase their tail? She's gonna try and do that to her braid, trying to looking at it. Very confused, as if she had no idea what you're talking about. It's just my hair. Is it different?
Yes, darling. You just went over to the lady over there and got your hair braided. Do you not remember that?
Takari kind of looks up at Belgara with her brows quirked and says, "What are you talking about?" Belgara, you're weird.
Belgara looks to the rest of the party and narrows her eyes and says, "I think something fishy is going on here."
What?
Nigel's braiding his own hair in the back.
Belgara is going to inspect her braid a little bit more closely, and now she's very suspicious of this hairstyling.
Can I look with you?
There is no need for roll. Looks just like a normal hybrid.
Belgara looks to Takari and says, Takari, tell me the last thing that you remember.
Takari thinks for a moment. She says, well, we left the Rapture, and then we met up with Aragoth and Nigel. And that's about it. We haven't really done anything else.
Is that her natural goldfish memory, or did something happen?
Takari does not have a goldfish memory.
Yes, Takari is more clever than that. Belgara points to the woman in the booth and says, you don't remember walking over there to have your hair done, Takari?
Takari looks up at Belgara and knits her brows together and says, what are you talking about, Belgara?
Belgara looks back to Ruin.
Aragoth immediately walks towards the lady that did her hair, and he's just gonna look around.
Aragoth, are you going directly to her? Or are you just
I'm not.
viewing her from
I'm
a
trying.
distance?
Yeah, I'm not trying to engage her. I'm trying to just get a closer look of her area.
Well, currently she is sweeping up from her previous customers.
Do I see anything interesting or out of the ordinary?
You could roll a perception check. I think it's perception. Could be investigation. I don't know.
I'll do perception because that's higher than my investigation. Well. Aragoth is trying to see if there are any fluids around. Because in his mind, he's thinking that Takari got, like, either somebody's cast a spell on her, or maybe she got exposed to some of that Styx water.
From a distance and only observing what's out in the open, Aragoth does not see anything of that nature.
Aragoth just he kind of like purses his mouth and gives like a little bit of like a worried expression, furrows his brow, and kind of turns around and walks back. He talks about Belgara. He's like, I wonder if something happened to her with that lady, but I'm not willing to go find out for sure because I don't want to forget anything.
Yes, something strange is going down.
Do we
She-
think it might be some kind of poison or something? Or magic?
It has to be some sort of magic, I would think. She only braided her hair.
Does Takari hear this conversation? I would imagine.
Yeah, we're standing like right in front of you.
Takari is just looking at all of them back and forth and just is very upset that they're all acting so strangely. And just kind of like looks back at the plant.
Can Ruin do a medicine check on Takari just to see if he can notice anything maybe out of the ordinary? Maybe a salve or something that got smeared on her or something?
Sure, go ahead. Roll a medicine check. Ruin does not notice anything out of the ordinary.
There's nothing wrong with her physically that I can tell.
Oh god. Hold on, sorry.
Belgara, perhaps your knowledge of the Arcana might help here.
Sorry, I can't stop coughing. I want to talk, but I can't stop coughing.
Put your hands up.
Oops.
Belgara is going to ask Takari if she can unbraid her hair.
She wants to unbraid Takari's hair, or she's asking Takari to unbraid her hair?
She's asking if she can unbraid Takari's hair.
Takari shrugs and says, okay.
Belgara is gonna slowly unbraid Takari's hair. Curious to see if perhaps the magic was in the braiding, and if anything would change after releasing the braid.
Takari blinks a few times and looks back at Belgara and says, why did you do that? I just had it braided by that nice woman.
Magic. Takari, darling, I'm sorry to tell you, but we've just been trying to convince you for the past couple of minutes that you had walked over there and gotten your hair braided in the first place.
I wonder if it was just too tight on her head.
Belgara looks unimpressed by Aragoth's comment.
You should try braiding it and see if it happens again.
I highly
Takari-
doubt I'm going to cast any sort of magic of that kind on her.
Well, I mean, not magic. Maybe it's just like, maybe she has a quirk where if you braid her hair too tight, she just forgets the last 10 minutes of her life.
Takari is ready to destroy Aragoth with her bare hands, but it resists the urge to do so. Mutters something about maybe I should hunt you like the deer in the forest. Anyway, Takari kind of squeezes her eyes shut and shakes her head a few times and looks back. She said, I sat down in her chair and she started telling me about this story about chasing a pickup tree, and I came over here. She told me where the Kenku were. Weird. That is strange. She didn't ask for any money, so she still looks back at the hairdresser and squints her eyes and holds her plant out to Aragoth to take again.
Alright, he puts it on, he grabs it.
And she's going to start walking over to that woman.
Belgara very quickly reaches out and tries to grab her by the shoulder.
And she looks back up at Belgara, says, what are you doing? She just erased my mind temporarily. This is an issue.
Yes, well, problem is solved, and let's not do anything rash here.
Yeah, we solved the trouble. We'd just be causing trouble again if we dig too deep, but we should probably be wary of that lady.
Plus, we
Right.
are on time constraints. We should focus on the task. Let's not get sidetracked by silly things.
Hikari she grunts a little and snatches her plant back from Aragoth and sighs, and she says, the Kenku are at the forge. Let's go.
Yes, lead the way, Takari. You may speak to the Kenku.
She'll start heading toward right for the forge.
As we're walking, Aragoth he says out loud, I wonder if I should squirrel away this piston somewhere to make sure it's safe in case anything should happen. Not have all of our eggs in one basket, you know?
What do we have so far of the parts?
Just the astral piston. I have a note.
Duro, before we leave this area, is what kind of footwear is the hairdresser wearing in there?
She is wearing sandals.
Oh, darn. So no laces?
No, those would be too hot here.
Okay, Nigel's gonna pull out like a parchment and yeah, and he's gonna write a message on it. And then I'm gonna stealth check into that hairdress thing.
So you want to...
I want to sneak in and get behind her, the hairdresser.
You can jump, or you can get behind all the war machines and then try to sneak behind her that way.
Yeah, I'll do that.
As Nigel's walking away, can I like ask what he's up to?
Oh, Nigel says, I'm going to get a little vengeance for Takari. Don't worry, I won't get us in trouble.
Wait a second. All right. So, but just to make sure, we're not inside the Watering Emporium right now, right, Duro?
You're not inside
Yes.
what?
We're not inside the Watering Emporium.
Do you want to be in the Wandering Emporium?
No, I don't.
Okay, then you could have left. But no one's ever mentioned you've left, so...
Well, I remember. So, I'm just in reference to the contract. Like, I wanted to make sure that I was not like
that
a
is
part of the
the
contract.
Infernal Rapture.
Oh, okay.
You can be in the Wandering Emporium just fine without signing anything.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on Nigel, and just say, "Stay out of trouble."
Nigel winks. Do I need to roll a stealth check, Duro?
Yes, please. All right, so Nigel, you sneak around the Infernal War Machines until you reach the war machine which houses the woman's stall.
I'd like to sneak into her stall.
Okay, so you are able... So she has her equipment against the war machine, so you'd be able to place the note on that table there.
Okay, is she in there?
She is, but she is not looking in your direction.
Okay, Nigel's gonna sneak up behind her and stick the note on her back. And then sneak out of there.
Okay.
Just so everyone knows that the note said "kick me," and Nigel gets away.
Oh, Nigel.
I kind of feel bad
Fucking
about using
classic.
that spell now. Well, everybody has +10, so it's not too much of a. Maybe I'll have +10 to our stealth for an hour. If you want to get crack-a-lackin' somewhere.
Let's get to these Kenku.
Yes, please.
You approach a covered blacksmith where 3 serpentine creatures with humanoid torso, head, and arms work the forges. With large machines of infernal iron, they worked metal that would take 10 men. Huge clouds of red smoke rise from the furnace. Assisting them are 8 squat and stubby humanoids, seemingly sculpted from hardened magma with gleeful yet mischievous smiles. Among the crowd of the Fire Snake Forge, you see 2 Kenku. One is wearing a red robe with his hood up and carrying a spear. The other is wearing a scrap metal armor strapped together and wields a large hammer.
Zero, I have a really dumb question. I know that they speak mimicry with common. Is this an instance that I can use speak with animals to make communicating with them easier?
You know, I'm gonna roll to see what my reaction would be.
Oh boy.
That's fair.
The roll says no, unfortunately.
Damn it. All right.
It was worth a shot.
So these 2 Kenku seem to be inspecting the metal quality used by the fire snakes.
Ergol is gonna kind of grab his shield, put it up in front, and walk up to them. He's not trying to, like, in a non-threatening way.
Okay.
And then he's just gonna point to what they're looking at and not really say anything because he doesn't want to hear himself be repeated. He's just gonna like point and give him like a little like a side look, like, what's that?
As if speaking in Maggie's voice, the Kenku says, "Chunka, could you buy me more scrap?"
Ergol turns around and says, "You hear that?"
Who's he saying that to?
Everybody.
Bakari will.
Sounds like Maggie.
Bakari will move up and approach the Kenku.
Belgara follows closely behind her.
And she'll kind of mosey on towards them and say, excuse me, do you two know Maggie?
The one that didn't respond to the one that's not Chunka says in a voice you don't recognize, "Maggie, we need to buy more scrap."
Bakari, she sort of knits her brows together and says, we know Maggie. She told us to find you here.
In another voice you don't recognize, one of the Kenku says, "The colors, they're so beautiful."
Takari blinks a few times and looks back at the rest of the party. And she says, I don't know how far I'm going to get with this.
Remind me what information we're supposed to be getting from the Kenkus.
So, from your interaction with Torm and the visions I gave you, you are supposed to be finding a sword, and the Kenku somehow would know of it. Maybe they would do something.
Oh, is Lulu with us? She should be here, right?
Yes. Unless you've forgotten Lulu somewhere along the journey.
No, she was supposed to meet us here. I sent her the sending
yeah, that's true,
thing.
didn't I?
Yeah.
Send her this way. I forgot. I completely forgot the story.
You're doing great. Don't worry.
That's what happened when the party derailed you.
That's what happens when the story doesn't go exactly as I write it.
Yeah.
Okay, so at some point, Lulu has met with you.
Excellent.
Little baby.
Because it would be strange if she had not.
So Belgara's gonna step forward with Lulu. And she's going to look to Lulu and say, Lulu, do you remember these two?
They don't seem familiar to me.
And she's going to look to the Kenku and say, do you remember Lulu?
So the Kenku wearing the red robe twists his head and as if he's trying to remember something. In Lulu's voice, he says, "All that's left now is the dream." After hearing those words, you begin to see another vision of Lulu's past. In front of you is a dark-haired woman kneeling on the sands of Avernus. She says with a whimper in her voice, "All that's left now is the dream," before being swallowed up by an impossibly bright light that emanates from something held between her hands. The vision goes completely white. As the light fades, it transitions back to the barren wastes of Avernus. You are now seeing through the eyes of Lulu as she slowly picks herself up from the red sand. She stumbles as she looks at her surroundings. Lulu turns around and sees a white citadel. It glistens majestically against the harsh Avernian skyline. Large pillars with carved sons of Lathander circle the citadel's perimeter. Lulu turns around again and begins to flutter her wings. As she takes flight, the vision begins to fade.
Do we recognize the woman that was kneeling in the sand?
Yes, you recognize her as Yael.
And we're looking for Zariel's sword, right?
Yes.
Did we all have that vision?
Yes, you all had that vision.
Belgara looks to Lulu and says, Lulu, do you remember this?
Yes, I remember now. It was the last time I met Yael. We were trying to hide the sword. And then after that, I don't remember what happened. I remember leaving that citadel. To where I went, I don't know.
Could that be the sand that we're looking for too?
Did you have the sword when you left the citadel? Was it with you?
No, it was with Yael. I never had it.
And Yael, did she stay there at the citadel?
I think so. I don't remember. I don't even remember leaving the citadel.
Did the Kenkus experience this vision with us?
They would not have.
Okay. Belgara is going to look to the Kenkus and ask, do you know of anything of the sword of Zariel?
They twist their heads in confusion.
Ergoth is just gonna belt out because this is how he talks to Kenkus. He tries to he uses as few words as possible, and he's just gonna say Phlegethosian sand, and then give like a little shrug.
In Maggie's voice, one of them says, Kong, could you sweep the sand out of here? It's getting inside my instruments.
Precious little beans. Belgara is going to look to them and say, do you know of anything about a citadel with a great white spire?
They again look at you in confusion.
Very well. And she's going to kind of bow her head at the Kenku and say, thank you for your time. Do you, before we leave, remember anything else important that you may have heard Lulu say? Anything at all?
One of them says, all that's left now is the dream.
I wonder if we should help them do what they're doing here. We might find something. They seem to be looking for something important.
If you remember speaking with Maggie, she just sent them to get supplies.
Can I get a gauge of the area, like what's around?
So you're in a pretty relatively flat area, but there are some small mountains in the area.
And what are the Kenku rummaging through?
They're not rummaging through anything. They are inspecting the scrap metal that the blacksmith have for sale.
Ergoth is gonna like approach them and oh, there's a blacksmith there as well.
Yes, you're at the blacksmith right now.
Oh, okay, I missed that part. Can I ask the blacksmith what this metal is?
So you could ask the serpents, or you could ask the squat humanoid magma looking guys.
Oh, it's the magma guys. They look like they know what stone is.
Okay, so you're asking them what the metal is?
Yeah.
One of them looks at you and gives you a mischievous smile.
I give them a suspicious squint.
These were harvested from the mines to the north. From the big iron deposits.
Do you have anything for sale?
We have many things for sale.
Would you happen to have some Phlegothosian sand or a cog box, perhaps?
Phlegothosian sand? No. Cogbox? No.
Okay, well, real quick before I leave, is there anything interesting that you'd like to sell? Besides the iron.
Oh, yes. We just got a new item and
Okay, what is it?
we picked this up on the sands just outside the Wandering Emporium. The humanoid pulls out a ring.
Aragoth is gonna turn back to look at Bagara and then ask the humanoid lava guy, what does it do?
You look at the ring and it has a prominent shield on it, and it is inlaid with diamonds.
Oh, this is probably expensive.
Beats me, but you can buy it.
How much?
Oh, let's say 30 soul coins or 3,500 gold.
Oh, okay. Might have to get back to you on that.
Belgara turns to the party and says that they must be getting on their way now. We have far too much to accomplish and little time to do so.
Indeed.
I
Very
believe there will be others along our path. We can ask them about the Citadel and the White Spire from our vision. Perhaps someone will know something. I suggest that we go see the wizard in the tower first before making our way to Red Ruth's home. Seems as though they're possibly in somewhat close vicinity to one another based on the description of where we could find Red Ruth's home.
Takari is eager to get moving, and she nods and whispers up to Belgara, maybe if we see some springs along the way, I'll have a moment to investigate them.
Of course, darling, whatever you need. Duro, is the bone brambles closer than the tower?
So,
Because I know they're both west.
based on the very vague descriptions I gave you, you can determine that you are here.
Right,
The tower is here,
right.
and the bone bramble is over here.
Perfect. So Belgara is gonna suggest that because it's a wizard that lives in the tower, right?
Yes, Mordekainen.
Right. So is his name a joke? Because it's a good one.
What does it spell backwards?
You have to ask Gary that.
So Belgara is going to tell the party that she believes the smartest route would be to go to the wizard Mordekainen first. He may have information of the bone brambles.
Do you want Belgar to roll a history check to see if you know who this Mordekainen is?
Yeah. I thought I did already. Or am I just crazy? But I'll roll again for it. For some reason, I thought we did that.
Do not believe you did.
All right, yeah. Hey, Phantom.
Roll high.
Get high, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Mordekainen is an exceptionally strong wizard. He was once part of the Circle of Eight, who was a group of other exceptionally strong wizards. He now travels the multiverse. I think that's the correct term for it. I don't know. He travels to different places on the planes in the cosmology to ensure that things are held in balance. You may have heard of some of his spells. Mordekainen's faithful watchdog.
He has a watchdog?
Yes,
Is he cute?
probably.
Depends if you think pugs are cute or if you think chihuahuas are cute. Or
You've also got Mordekainen's private sanctum and Mordekainen's sword. Those are the spells he's known to have created.
Whale?
I forgot why we're here.
You guys are leaving now, I assume?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
As you're leaving, the items in which you found in the Vanthemper Manor, those special items that you were given, they seem to glow for just a moment before fading.
Ew.
Ooh. Like my bow?
Oh. Nani?
Exciting.
What does that mean?
They seem to have grown in power.
Attunement.
We were already attuned to them, right?
More attunement.
Or a plus something to it.
We're further attuned.
Okay, give me 1 second while I adjust the items.
Not me watching my character sheet like a hawk,
Right?
salivating at this point. Give me the power. Kari, while we're waiting, is going to try and peek in Ruin's pocket where he is holding the flowers.
It's a big ball of flowers.
Nothing to it. Just flowers.
Big ball of flowers.
Just gonna.
The ones on the outside look fresher than the ones that you can see through the outside. On the
Well,
inside.
they don't wilt. They're magical flowers.
Oh, there you go. Then they all look good. Just
Oh.
crushed somewhat.
Okay. Kari like vibrates in anxiety over this.
So it looks like you added extra information on our special items here.
Yes, your items have grown more powerful.
Nice.
Okay, so I can yeah, I can see the difference between what I have on my character sheet and the handout. Just update it there.
Get wrecked, devils and undead. Kari is coming for you.
Okay, I will fix the formatting later, but your updated items should be at the bottom.
Oh, I see. Does this mean big to Kari?
That has been there the whole time. You just have never noticed it or used it.
Oh, big to Kari. Listen, I can only take in so much information at once, okay? Some things just have to get filed away. How big can big Takari get?
Big Mama
Okay.
Takari.
So I'll just give a very quick read of what each one does. So Ruin, you can now make a lightning aura which damages creatures that are near you.
Cool. Thank you.
Ergoth, you can now create a magical portal in which your teammates can go through.
Whoa, what?
It is a 60-foot portal, and you can travel through it.
Okay. Where is it? How do I lead it to? What is?
It's
Okay.
it's at the bottom of your item.
Oh, okay.
Belgara, you can force creatures into an area, and it deals damage to them.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I have a quick question, Duro.
Yeah.
Does my stone, I can only pick it like one of the actions it can do a day, right?
So you can do those separately.
Oh, so each
Once-
action resets the next day, but I can use each of them in a day.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you. That's all.
Takari, you now have a frightful presence with Reginald.
Excellent.
And Nigel, you can create doubles of yourself, and you can teleport to those doubles.
That's pretty fucking sweet.
Sorry, kid.
I feel like you just got a little OP there, bud.
Wait, what can he do now?
You can create 2 doubles of himself, and you can choose to take the place of one, but in doing so, it destroys the illusion.
That's pretty cool. Kakabushi no Jutsu.
So this is in my item list, or
It'll be on your item, your Rod of Delusions. It'll be at the bottom of the text. Okay, so we are heading off to speak with Mordekainen.
Yes.
All right, it'll take you 2 days in planar speak to travel there. There's no day cycle here, but that's how long it'll take.
Do you want us to make our checks?
Yes, I will have you making your checks. So, Belgara, roll your survival to see if you find enough food for everyone.
Well, I did my best, guys.
All right, so everyone will need to take a ration if you want to eat.
Roger.
Nigel has puppy dog eyes at Aragoth.
Here you go. I'm down to 2.
Ruin, roll your survival for navigation. Okay, you know exactly where you're going.
Woohoo!
Ergoth, roll perception to see if there are any spooky things out there. Okay, I will get to you in a second.
Uh-oh.
Takari, roll. Oh, so you don't need to roll. Actually, you're not tracking anyone.
Nice.
Nigel, roll your Trailblazer to make sure no one is following you. Okay. On your journey, you are following a very rough path. It appears someone has traveled this way before. While on your journey, you stumble upon a valley filled with hundreds of demon heads placed on tall pikes.
Kara's gonna go ahead and unshoulder her bow.
This is where I look around and see if we're in trouble.
1 second. Ergo feels that there's something wrong with this place. You notice on several of these pikes are heads, but they also have wings.
The heads have wings, or the pikes have wings?
The heads have wings.
I kind of want to sneak by and not. I kind of want to keep going on my way because the hundreds of winged heads kind of scare me. I'm immediately getting like Castlevania demon bat vibes. Hold on, I gotta check something here.
Do we see the tower in the distance?
Not yet. You're still about a day's journey from the tower.
Okay.
Oops, I just left the game. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a regular stealth check, see if I can sneak by.
Okay, so
I'm gonna like when I see that I kind of like Takari as well since she gets herself ready, but I kind of like look like I go on guard and kind of like crouch down and start trying to sneak around.
there is a nearby mountain. Oh, well, not really a mountain, a large rock in which you could try to go behind to avoid these heads.
How far from us are they?
They are about 40 or so feet.
Yeah, I kind of like beckon the rest of the party as I hide behind this mound that you speak of.
Do we see anything else around them?
You see hundreds of heads on pikes, and there's some large rocks. That's about it.
Nigel stealths over to where Aragoth is.
Yeah, it was.
Laura, would I recognize the heads as anything, any creature or fiend that I might know?
They're demon heads, I believe.
Roll me a Arcana for me with advantage.
Ah.
15.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper this to you actually.
Okay.
This motherfucker's a lot
I'm
of
going
fucking-
to mutter something to Ruin in Infernal. And Takari's gonna kind of look up ahead. And does she see anything up in the sky?
Rune will nod his head and look as well.
You do not see anything in the sky currently.
Takari will look at Ruin kind of with wide eyes and then over to Belgara, since I'm assuming Belgara didn't follow Aragoth and Nigel.
No.
And she's gonna explain, we're not alone. I don't think we're alone. We need to find cover somewhere.
What is it, Takari?
How do I pronounce it, Duro?
I believe it is Vargles.
All right. Takari will say it's Vargles. They come from the sky. They infect with their kiss. We need to find cover now. And she's gonna motion for Rune and Belgara to go ahead. And are these devils then? Or are they just demon?
Let's see, they're fiends. They're not a devil or demon specifically, but they can
Okay.
be one or the other, or others type of fiends.
Now you are vampire.
She's gonna, under her breath, she's gonna mutter to herself, "Where are they?"
Are you heading to the boulder?
She's gonna, yeah, she'll start heading towards that boulder. Does the boulder have overhead cover?
No, but you will lose line of sight of the ones that Ergoth had spotted.
All right, she's gonna, she'll head over to that boulder as well.
Ruin will as well.
So as she approaches, Ergoth wants to ask Takari about, I guess, because I think it's obvious to him at this point that she has like a deep knowledge about fiends, and he just wants to ask, what do you think? What are we up against with those guys?
She'll repeat herself to Aragoth what she just told Belgara and Ruin. She's already knocking a bow or knocking an arrow.
Are they tough?
I imagine so.
And like,
If they're coming from the sky, anything from the sky is tough.
Right. Should we sneak out then?
that wasn't sick.
Yeah, we would ideally we getting past them as quietly as possible would be best.
Okay. I can't pass without traces. Is it once per day, right? I can't do it again.
Takari will go ahead and touch Ruin's shoulder and cast guidance on him to try and make his stealth check.
Oh boy. Is that what we're gonna do? Or are we trying to stealth away?
I think that might be best.
No,
What does the guidance do for me?
Guidance gives you you can roll up to 1d4 and add it to your check.
Sweet.
So we'll be doing a group stealth check.
Jeez.
There's a solid 10 right there.
I can
you're
cast Pass Without a Trace again, which is
so stealthy.
use my last second level slot.
Oh no!
I am casting Pass Without a Trace.
That's what you get for talking shit, Takari.
Wait, it is not uncommon knowledge that Rune is bad at stealthing. I think we've all just accepted that fact at this point.
All right, so you add a +10 to all your rolls. So as you're sneaking around this boulder, boulder, I guess. Thankfully, Ergoth was able to spot these creatures before they became aware of you, and you're able to sneak by them.
I ain't looking for no action in hell.
Kari is, but
Except for Katya.
I could have turned into wild shape. Could have done some spider stuff.
Okay, so your journey forward continues. So I'll need. We'll skip to the next day. So Ruin, go ahead and roll your navigation. Belgar, roll your food finding. Ergos, roll your perception, and Nigel, roll your stealth.
Can I use my inspiration to re-roll that survival? I've been saving it for a long time.
Yes, you definitely don't want to get lost out here.
That's what I was
No.
thinking. I knew I saved it for something really important.
yeah.
Does each day give us a long rest?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, what are I doing? Perception. Okay. Oof.
Okay, so everyone succeeds. Ergoth, luckily you don't. There's nothing to spot along the way. The landscape changes from a red desert into pools of bubbling red ichor. They're giving off a strange sour smell. Red, clear crystals have formed near the shores. As you get closer to the pools, you hear soft whispers and screams as if the pools themselves are alive.
Oh.
Around.
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you can ask what you're saying.
No, I just remember Aragoth being distracted by screams and boiling blood, and I guess that's a real thing.
Well, you better act scared then.
I'm scared.
As you get closer to the pools, around these pools are small creatures reminiscent of frog tadpoles. They have underarm gliding flaps that travel quickly through the ichor and are warty with yellow skin.
Does Takari recognize these creatures?
They are definitely not of things that you have seen before, but they definitely seem like they are beasts of some sort.
Can I cast Speak with Animals?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Takari's gonna call out to these little creatures. Good old hey.
Several of them, actually, can you target more than one? Oh, you can. You are the one speaking. So, several of them waddle out of the ichor and approach you.
Hello, creatures.
Hello.
Takari will say to them, we're looking for a tower of a Mordekainen.
What's a Mordekainen?
A person. Have you seen a big tower?
There's one on the island in the middle of the Iker.
Dakar, and am I speaking to them in their language, or am I speaking to them in common?
I believe you are speaking to them in their language.
Okay. Kari will turn back and speak to in common to the rest of the group and explain to them that the tower is in the middle of the Iker.
Are you sure it's Mordenkainen's tower?
Kari kind of like shifts from foot to foot and says, they don't really know what a Mordekainen is.
Can you ask them how many towers that we should be aware of?
Takari will turn back at them and say, are there any other towers in the area?
Well, one comes and goes, so sometimes there's a tower, sometimes there's not.
Great. This tower is headed by a wizard. Does that sound familiar? Is that the one in the middle of the Iker?
What's a wizard?
Belgara, Belgara describes what Mordekainen looks like to Kari.
Takari relays that back to them.
Oh, yes, we've seen him.
Can you
He's the one
direct
in the tower.
the one in the Iker?
Yes.
Is there any way that you can help us get across to it?
There's a floaty thing that someone rides.
Where is it?
One of them points to the southwest.
With its army flappy thing.
Yes, with its army flappy thing.
Oh my god. Belgara is just like baffled because from the outside she has no idea what they're saying. She just sees Takari speaking some weird language to like a sea of tadpoles who are now pointing.
Off in the distance, you see a raised flag.
Takari will relay to the party. We can take this thing to get to Mordekainen. And she points with them.
Ruin will remind you that he can make us walk on water.
This is fair. Takari,
Aragoth? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Aragoth wants to gauge how much distance there is between, like, the bank and where the tower is between the, or in the Iker. Like, how much distance between them and the tower. If you were to stand like at the edge of the Iker slick, I guess.
It would take, let's see. I would say probably about an hour to walk over there.
Whoa. Okay.
And well, I mean, if Ruin can get us to walk on water, but
the
how
spell
long does it
lasts
last?
an hour.
Okay.
Does this count as ghost?
And I can save a spell slot for that spell on the way back as well if needed.
I do not think it would technically be a coast.
Okay. I'm just trying to like build as many contingencies as we can before we use that little floaty thingy.
Right, but if we can use Ruin's walk on water, then we don't need to.
Well, I'd rather him save his spell slot. I don't know.
Honestly, I can ritual cast it without using a spell slot if we take the time to do that.
All right, I'm down with that.
Takari looks at Belgara and Nigel for their opinion.
Belgara has just been like just staring,
Just stunned.
like she might like all thought has left.
Head empty, no thoughts, only flappy arms.
She just kind of like catches herself and goes, "Huh? What are we doing?"
Do you want to take the barge, or do you want Ruin to cast walk on water? Party barge.
Brandon
Well-
scratches his beard and says, "I've never ridden a barge before."
Yeah, save your mind. We need your awesome magic from your brain.
It also might be useful to talk to somebody. You guys like doing that. Maybe there will be somebody to gather information from on that barge while I continue to be bored of all this nonsense.
Takari just hands him a flower to keep him occupied.
Jams it in his pocket.
Yes, I suppose a barge trip it is.
Takari's gonna look back at the creatures and nod her head and in their language say, "Thank you very much." And she'll start heading towards the barge.
So we're taking a barge then.
Yes.
It's that way.
As we walk, I kind of like do a little like ixnay thing, like just in case, keep that, make that thing ready.
Takari she can't really keep her eyes off of the Ichor. And she kind of like wanders towards an embankment, and squats down to look at whatever she saw. Did I forget to put push to talk?
No.
Okay. It was that really quiet. I was like, hold on a second. Takari kind of like leans in a little bit closer. Takari starts speaking in Bullywug at the Ichor. Says, "Hello."
You do not get a response.
She then tries Abyssal.
Again, no response.
She takes a tooth out of her pocket and throws it at the Ichor. These teeth are coming very handy.
It floats on the top, but nothing comes to grab it.
We're riding this barge over right now.
Dakari stopped on the way there. She saw something out of the corner of her eyes. She's like crouched down on the bank, like looking at it. She kind of runs through all of the languages that she knows, between Elvish and Common and Infernal, trying to get whatever this thing's attention is going. That was a weird sentence. I'm sorry, everybody.
It's okay. I do it all the time. So you do not get any response in any language that you know.
Dakari's gonna cast Animal Friendship.
I can use primeval awareness and see if there's anything, but within. Let me see something. I think it's in my sheet. And that's a ranger slot, not a spell slot, I guess. I didn't even know I had ranger slots.
Okay, so you'll need to declare what type of creature.
Do I have to? Am I only allowed to declare one or seek all of them?
Okay, you can tell if there are creatures present within 1 mile of you.
So aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
There are fiends within that range.
That's to be expected. But nothing else, right?
No.
All right.
Dakari's just sitting here trying to become friends with this creature.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Are we still here, or are we traveling on the barge? Is he with us on the barge?
We haven't gotten to the barge yet.
Oh, I thought we were like floating on the Ichor by now. Okay.
Nope.
No. You haven't even made it there.
Like I said, Dakari stopped on the near the embankment and is like crouched over it. Do I need a roll for that animal friendship, Duro?
Well, you don't see where it is, so.
Oh, gotcha. I have to see it.
Well, not necessarily, but whatever it is has
Moved on.
either moved on or has no interest in.
Being my friend.
Yes, unfortunately.
No. All right, she'll stand back up and kind of shake her head a few times and continue on.
The party travels over to this flag where there's a dock on the shore. Out in the water is a single ship some 100 feet away. From this distance, you can tell the ferryman is a man in a tattered cloth robe and his head is covered by a hood.
Dakari will ask him, hello, we're trying to use this barge to get across to the tower.
What is your name, travelers?
I am Dakari. She looks back at the rest of the group nervously.
Aragol. Also, we should have a party name. Just call ourselves like the Benny Hills or something.
This man is yelling from his boat, by the way, about 100 feet away.
Oh, I shout Aragol as loud as I can. I don't want to do it right now because people might be asleep. And my windows are open.
Okay, does anyone not want to give the man your name?
No, Rune will do it for sure.
Okay, so you reach the dock, and out in the Icker, about 100 feet, is a boat, a single ship, and on the ship is a ferryman, and you can tell it is a man in tattered cloth robe, and his head is covered by a hood, and his forearms are wrapped, and yeah, that's it. He's incredibly thin.
He's asking for our names.
Oh.
Takari gave
And
her name.
yes, he is asking for your names.
Nigel will lie and say, Jonathan.
I say my name to him, Belgara, and then I call across the water and I say we're here in search of Mordekainen.
I know Mordekainen. He is a wise and profitable man. He told me to only take good people and those I recognize over the river, and not horse thieves and beggars. Tell me, are you horse thieves and beggars?
We are neither, sir.
Oh, really? You look poor. You're not a landowner. You don't even look like you wear a good pair of pants.
Belgara takes great insult to this because she is dressed very finely and well bathed.
That feels like an attack.
It feels like a fucking attack, yes.
Hey, it's not her fault she's got hell all over her.
Nigel says, Sir, I'm a business owner.
Belgara speaks up and says that if you equate wealth with good in a man's soul, then perhaps you, sir, are wrong.
To prove who you say you are, the fee is 100 gold pieces to cross.
I grab a handful of the gold in my pocket and just like throw it in front of him.
He's 100 feet out of sea.
Oh, is he? I thought.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's close by.
He sounds so close.
I'm
Takari
not the
will.
whole conversation.
No.
I throw the
Takari's
gold in front of me at my feet.
Takari's gonna look at Aragoth and kind of like roll her eyes, but she'll pull out 100 gold for herself.
Wait, is
she'll
it
pour it
100 for each of us or all of us?
for each.
Is that what you said, Duro?
Yes,
God damn, alright.
a test of your wealth is much more than 100 gold.
Takari holds out the 100 gold pieces in a little bag and kind of jingles them.
Yeah, I'm just like throwing it on the floor just out of disrespect for him being rude. I'm just like counting, there's 10, throw it on the ground, 12, throw it on the ground, until I get like 100 gold, basically like collected at my feet.
With only a wave of his hand, the ship begins to travel to the dock.
Party bard!
On closer inspection, the man appears to be much more grim. He is pale, nearly skeletal. You step foot onto the dock, ready to board the ship. Before you begin boarding, however, something emerges from the pools.
Oh boy.
Wonderful.
What is it?
You come face to face with a hideous amphibian that resembles a squat humanoid toad.
Fuck.
I turn to Takari and say, would you like to talk to him too?
Takari looks back at Belgara and says, I already tried!
As that one emerges from the water, a second flops onto the deck.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
It clutches its sharp claws and begins to release what you could akin to a war howl.
Takari's gonna beat her chest with her fist and mimic its cry of fighting.
Crap, I don't like where we're situated.
All right. We'll go ahead and roll initiatives. Bagar, did you summon your little...
No, I didn't summon anything. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, I don't either.
Stressing
Weird.
me out.
Did you summon a little fey creature?
Why am I not on the sheet? Hold on a second. I clicked my character. There we go.
All right, Ruin, you're going first.
What the hell?
Wow.
It's a cold day in hell, isn't it, bud?
We're so proud of you.
Yeah, he's not gonna do much with it. He's gonna move up a little bit, and then he's gonna cast Bane on both of them. Which
Hell
is the
yeah.
It's the opposite of Bless. So minus 1d4 for each of them when they attack or when they save. And that's my turn.
Nigel, it's your turn.
Turo, remind me about what my Rod of Delusions does now, because I haven't been able to see like the teleport thing on the item sheet.
Maybe I didn't add it correctly.
You might need to refresh too. Roll20 does weird shit for me sometimes with the journal. I had to refresh to see my stuff.
Yeah, it should be there. So as an action, choose 2 points within 30 feet you can see to create illusory copies of yourself. And as a bonus action, you can swap between these.
Okay, so my action will be to put an illusory copy behind Blue here on the opposite side from where Ruin is standing. Yep. And then Nigel's gonna hide. He's going to run onto the barge, and looks like there's some walls on the barge he can hide behind.
Yes, you're small enough. So you can make 2 copies of yourself.
That's a really cool ability. Would it also give him advantage for a sneak attack?
No, because it is not technically a real thing.
Oh, okay. That's balanced.
I'm going to make a second illusion in the water with red. Looks like there's like a crystal or something emerging from the water.
Yes, you're not entirely sure what that is at the moment, but
Yeah, I'll put one there and put them in like about to strike kind of poses against the toads.
yeah, they copy your actions. So they look like you, essentially.
Okay, then I will do that while like a crouch kind of like and have my Rod of Delusions raised above my head while I'm hiding behind the wall of this boat in full cover.
All right, Takari, it is your turn.
I'm turning into a kitty cat. I'm casting wild shape on myself, and I'm turning into a panther. I've been waiting for this moment all night.
All right, game over. See you guys next week.
What color is a panther?
Black.
Whoa, that is a long thing to read.
You don't have to. I just got excited. I'm just really excited right now, guys.
So she takes on the form of a panther. She can't cast spells, but she gains the abilities of the panther.
I'm a kitty cat. Can I still move as the panther form? Even though I just used my whole action?
Yes, you can still move.
Alright, I'm just gonna go right here for this one. And get ready to engage.
Okay. It is that one's turn.
Can we name them that one and this one?
Yeah.
It will shoot a glob of red goo at Ruin.
Perfect.
I need Ruin to make a intelligence saving throw.
Oh crap.
The goo hits Ruin square in the face.
Gross.
So many jokes
I'm
there.
just shaking my head here.
Ruin, I will whisper to you what happens.
Okay. Do I need to check for my spell? A
No.
concentration check? Okay.
And that will be apparent in right now.
Roger that.
It is unfortunately a very debilitating effect.
Yeah, looks great.
But Ruin's a strong guy. All right, Belgar, it's your turn.
I'm going to cast Firebolt, and I'm going to use a sorcery point to twin it to hit both of them.
Nice, you hit both of them.
Fuck
Very
yeah.
good.
Okay. So this creature would likely try to swipe at that clone of Nigel. All right, it slashes at the clone and it shatters.
Oh, poor clone.
It is Ergo's turn.
Alright, I'm getting the heck out of this situation, so I'm gonna do Zephyr Strike as my bonus action. It doubles my walking speed. Well, not doubles, it gives me 30 feet. And I have I don't provoke opportunity attack when I move, so I'm gonna take my movement first. It's gonna be okay. And then I'm going to be targeting blue with advantage with my bow. And I believe so. It'll be force damage, and then another force damage with the Zephyr Strike, and then I think that does sneak attack damage as well with Sakari and Ruin.
Yes.
It's gonna be 2d6 for the sneak, and then I have another
Nice.
attack. Is he alive?
Of course.
Still alive. All right, another attack.
You guys level 8. I'm not gonna throw little weenies at you anymore.
I might have other damage that I can put through. Yeah, the Orcish Fury. I can use that for one of my attacks. So I'll use that on my, I guess, my second longbow attack. And I believe that's all that I can do as far as trying to pummel that guy. Sneak attack is in a bonus action, right? So I use my bonus action for my, yeah, okay. Alright, I think that's all I can do.
Okay, let's see. How much damage did you deal? $32 damage. We are
30.
back to Ruin.
Whew, those guys are beefy.
Ruin is going to stab Blue with his trident.
Ruin can't get past the blubberous
Yep.
frog.
That will be Ruin's turn.
Okay, and then Nigel, you go.
So can my clones attack?
No. They are just an illusion of yourself.
Can I move? If I swap the position, so how does swapping the position with the clone work?
You swap with it, it destroys it in the process, and you appear there instead.
Now, can I move the clone from one spot to another? Like, does it just appear somewhere else?
You can have it move your movement.
Okay. Is swimming? Let's see. What kind of terrain is swimming? Like, is that difficult terrain? I assume.
Yes, essentially it is difficult terrain. One extra foot of movement.
So my clone is going to get a running start and do a long jump into the water where red is. Yeah, and land right there. So is that an action or is that a bonus action? Or what does that count as?
I haven't thought this through, but I will say that counts as a bonus action to move your copies.
Okay, now Nigel's going to use his Rod of Delusions and attack blue. Critical fail.
The way I was imagining the copies is that they move exactly as you move, like wherever they're spawned. If you like walked in one direction, they all walk in the same direction, the same amount. I thought that's how I was imagining it.
So, yes, but if he concentrates to move them, he can
cool.
choose to decide to do that.
That's cool.
This is
That's
why
a cool
it's a
trick.
bonus action. All right, Takari, it's your turn.
Oh, Dura, I'm ducked under cover again.
Right.
Duro, I have another dumb question for you. Can I move and then attack with... Okay, so if I use pounce, I need to be at least 20 feet away from my target. Can I move 20 feet away and then go ahead and attack?
You could, but then it would have an attack of opportunity against you.
But, let me... Also, it's still not coming up with any stats for me.
All right. I'll try to figure it out
I can
later, but
yeah, I can just manually roll for now.
if you tell me what you want to roll, I'll roll it for you. But
and I just get the one attack at a time. I can't do both. Bite and claw.
correct.
I'll go ahead and do bite. I'm gonna bite him.
All right, little bite. I forgot Reginald was supposed to act.
Yeah, I did too.
You were so excited about being a little kitty cat.
I was so excited.
Forgot about your pet.
And Reginald can move through this water, can he?
Theoretically, yes, but would you want him to?
Why do you put these thoughts in my head? No, I'm just gonna have him move over here and do Reginald things.
Okay.
Oof, that's bad.
That's all right. All right, so we got the one on the bridge this time. Who will, let's see. It will strike at Ruin.
No luck
Alright.
for you.
It is Belgara's turn.
I'm going to do exactly what I did last time. Win another firebolt.
Alright, roll for your damage. 11, nice. Alright, so the second one is going to ignore that that copy in front of him and will instead cast a spell. I will need Takari to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Is that what the Panther stats or my stats?
It would be your stats.
Oh.
Thank God. Kind of. Hopefully.
A crown of jagged iron appears on your head, and madness glows in your eyes.
Oh no.
When you use an action before moving on each of your turns, you have to make a melee attack against a creature other than yourself.
Does that count
Which
with these guys?
I will declare at the time.
Oh no.
It is Ergos' turn.
Alright. I'm going to use my bonus action for my new sickle ability, and I'm going to spawn a portal right.
Okay, 1 second. This horse can be the portal.
Okay, sure.
Horse portal.
Portal horse, yeah, it's going to be. I actually want them to be. How far? It's within 60 feet. Let me measure. I'm going to maximize this distance from those baddies.
Yes, a portal, if you will.
Ergoth is really thinking with portals now.
So you guys have 1 minute to get the heck out of that situation before the portal closes. If you
Yes, you
decide
can, once on your turn, go through the portal and appear on the other side.
And each round is 6 seconds, right? So that should be enough time. I also have an action, so I'm going to attack blue. Sorry. Back.
Alright, roll again.
Again? Oh, my second
Yes,
attack.
You get 2 attacks.
I forget about that. Sometimes I forget about that. Oof.
Alright, Ruin. It's your turn.
Stabbing.
Good old stabbing.
Good old missing.
Buddy.
I should upgrade that thing so it gives you a bonus with your wisdom.
Good lord, you should, because I'm fucking terrible with it.
You're
Nigel,
doing
it's
great,
your turn.
Sweaty.
That's it.
You're not going to hop
which
out the
one-
portal? No, I'm not going to tell you. But I do shout that, like, hey, get over here for everybody who decides to do so.
Duro, it was the red toad that cast that spell on Takari, right?
Yes.
I'm going to cast the same spell on the red toad.
Okay. It will make a wisdom saving throw. It does have advantage at the moment.
Damn.
Are you planning on doing anything else?
That's all I can do, I think. I'll move this clone actually to the crystal area over here.
Okay. Takari, you will bite Ruin.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Ruin. I'm so sorry, Ruin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can take your action now.
She's just gonna bite again.
Okay, biting.
Yeah, take that.
Nice.
And then I'm going to have Reginald try again with his binding strike. Please tell me
Alright.
he's grappled.
He is grappled.
Thank God.
She's handling a raid right now, by the way, in case you're wondering.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay, no, it's fine. I was moving on to the next person. All right, it is the frog's turn. Who will swipe at? One at Ruin and one at the panther. Okay, so Ruin, you take the first one
Roger that.
of 16, and the panther takes 14.
Oh! I think that's all of the Panthers' hit points.
Yes, you revert back to your Takari self.
It's probably for the best. I really need to get some hits on these guys.
And we're back on to Bilgara.
Well, I'm just gonna keep chipping away at both of them together. Hopefully.
Nice, you've hit every time today.
I'm feeling good. Ooh! Oh!
Look at her
It's max
go!
damage.
Oh! Feel good.
Bilgara, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. Nice.
Wow.
Okay. So the frog in the water has dropped its concentration on Takari and instead was attempting to cast another spell on Bilgara, but it has failed. It is Ergo's turn. First one does not hit.
Phew.
Second one does not. All right, Ruin.
I'm gonna use my movement and just go back 30 feet.
Okay. Stab all you want. Okay. Unfortunately, does not hit.
Yeah.
Nigel, it's your turn.
Juro, when I swap positions with my alternate self, my copy, what does that look like exactly? Is it noticeable? Does it make a loud bang?
It is not noticeable, which is the good part of it. They cannot tell which one is the real one, but you won't be there if you were it doesn't leave a copy of yourself, so they know you moved somewhere.
Unless I'm hiding on a boat, but they can't see me.
Correct.
And is that an action? Doing that swap?
It is a bonus action to swap.
I am going to swap positions with Red over there, standing on the crystals.
Okay.
And I'm also going to cast
Mirror image.
so there's actually 2 more of me standing on the crystal now. And I assume this toad's not looking at me though.
Well, it was not looking at you before. But now there's 3 of you. All right, Takari, it is your turn.
All right, Takari's going to do some real damage. I don't have advantage on these guys, do I?
I do not believe so.
Okay.
I'm keeping track of the rounds, Duro, for my portals. They closed after Nigel's turn was over.
Okay. Good, because I wasn't paying attention.
I'm assuming that hits.
Yes.
It's for blue, by the way.
Oh, ergo, so I know what you mean. So an entire round is everyone's turn. So it would.
Sorry, every turn. It's 1 minute. It lasts for 1 minute, right? And I think each turn is 6 seconds. So it's every 10 rounds.
So it's everyone's turn, and then a new round starts.
Okay.
So 10 of your turns.
10 of my
Yes.
turns.
Yes, things go very
Yep.
quickly.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and hit again.
Jump off to the left.
I don't think that hits.
It does not.
I really miss having advantage. Reginald's turn. That was not great. And that's my turn.
Okay. We'll get some more swiping with the claws against Takari and Ruin. First one's Ruin, second one is Takari. Neither one hits. All right, Belgara, it is your turn.
These are strong little frog boys.
They are very strong frog boys.
Yeah. We're doing it again. Our luck has been favorable. And that's twinned yet again.
Okay. Yeah, this is probably the best combat you've ever seen.
I know! Just riding this wave.
Does it require like a bonus action to close them, Duro? Or do they stay open until they close?
They stay open until they close.
Okay. So now I gotta worry about the bad guys going to the portal too.
All right. Nigel, you get an attack of opportunity against this frog as it moves towards Belgara.
I'll definitely take that. Now, an attack of opportunities is obviously a bonus action. I don't know if any kind of advantage is given under those circumstances.
It'd be a reaction, but no bonuses.
All right, well, I'm going to attack it with my Rod of Delusions that I had ready.
Great.
So...
Oh, too bad I didn't have advantage. But you still hit.
Okay, one sec. So it was in the shape of the rapier.
Okay.
So that's a D8. With my proficiency, should be +4. So I'll just roll a D8. At +4, and also psychic. Wow, that's shit. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, it looks like 5 damage.
All right, this frog will bite Belgara.
I am gonna cast.
Okay. Did you cast mage armor this morning?
No, I never said anything because we've just been traveling so much.
Okay, so you take 9 damage from its bite. Aragoth, it is your turn.
Alright. Gonna do Zephyr Strike again. Give myself advantage. Attack blue because I want him to be gone. 70 feet. Very nice. That's a crit. Bonus action Planar Warrior. Use my bonus action for that this time. And sneak attack. Oh wait, yeah, once per round, right? Is he still up?
The arrow hits him square in the back,
Nice.
severing his spine, and he falls over dead.
Okay, let me read Zephyr Strike real quick. Okay, gives me advantage on one weapon attack roll, so I don't have advantage on this one. So I'll aim. I'm just gonna do Ensnaring Strike on red to see if I can trap him. Wait, no, I can't. I use my bonus action for Zephyr Strike. Never mind. I can only do a regular attack. Sorry. Derp.
Yeah, you have one more attack.
Got red. Derp.
All right, Ruin, go ahead.
Moving up to red, stabbing.
Look at you go.
Look at him go!
You did it.
Yay!
It's like one of 3 that you've gotten so far.
All right, Nigel, it's your turn.
All right, now just gonna jump from the crystal here onto the shore.
Okay.
That's 1, 2. If I move here, it should be 5. I'm gonna use this pole thing here for some cover, and then turn the Rod of Delusions into a bow and arrow and shoot at the frog from here.
All right, you hit. Roll for your damage.
I should have advantage on this as well.
Yes, you have allies within 5 feet of your target.
Yeah, sorry, sneak attack. So
Oh yeah, that's what I
that's
meant.
the rod. There's the psychic, and it's a 4d6 for sneak. And then Nigel's going to hide behind this pole.
Okay, Takari, it is your turn.
I'm going to shoot with Hunter's Mark. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on myself. Or on my Hello. Does that hit?
Yes, roll for your damage.
There's that one. Hit again.
Oh, hi, everybody.
Hi, Mac.
And they both get Hunter's Mark each attack. And then oh, never mind.
Your understanding of these types of creatures helps you slay it quickly.
Kerchow.
Once the little frog creature goes down, you see Belgara take the platinum inlaid vial that Takari had purchased for her out from her pocket, and she kneels down in front of the creature and plucks its eye out and shoves it into the vial and then slips it back into her pouch before standing again.
Gross.
Okay. You need some frog juice?
Belgara smiles slyly and just says, "Oh, just something I've been working on."
Margaritas.
Do they got any weird teeth,
Yeah.
Duro?
They have very sharp teeth.
But then
I'm gonna collect them.
The ferryman speaks up to you all. The Hydroloss patrolling these waters and the river Styx. Slaying whoever they find and add their treasure to their hoard. They have been bad business as of late. As a show of thanks, I will let you cross free of charge.
Oh,
Yes. Okay, Duro, now just gonna search the corpses.
Okay, I had meant to give you a search for your treasure, but I have not, so I'll do that next time, and I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
Yeehaw.
As for your friend, he was struck by their gooey spit, which they absorb from these pools. Whatever happens to him, he should be fine after a while.
Belgara speaks up and says, "So the water here has some sort of special magical property?"
These are the pools of the damned. At times, the souls of the river Styx can't be contained or washed into these pools. The souls are lost here forever, never to continue on. The crystals on the shores you see are souls' combined effort to leave the pools. Rarely does it work, but it has happened.
How tragic, really.
Now then, you are traveling to the islands, I assume? The one which houses Mordekainen's Tower of Erm.
Yes.
Well then, get on board and I'll take you over.
Don't forget the gold that I left on the pier there.
Yeah, you can pick up your gold.
Okay. He still needs it, right? For the traveling, or
No,
did
he
get
said that we get to go for free because we slayed
Sweet.
things.
Sorry, I was doing
Oh
things.
my gosh.
Pay attention.
I was making a portal token for myself because I'm too excited about it. All right, I'm gonna pick up my gold and feel stupid that I was trying to spend money on it.
With a wave of his hand, the ferryman sets the boat in motion. And that's where we'll stop for tonight.
Cool. Good work, Duro. Thank you, sir.
Nice, Dura. Thank you.
Yes, Duro, as always, thank you.
Good stuff.
Of course.
Thanks for spitting on me. Appreciate it.
I knew you'd like it.
We know how you like that goo all over your face,
Yeah,
bud.
You
You
know
got-
I do.
You got goose spit on your face. You got bit by Takari. It's a good day for you, I think, Ruin.
Things are looking up.
I'm telling you.
Not sure what we're looking up at, but they're looking up.
Oh, goodness. All right, guys. Thank you. I'll catch y'all later.
See ya.
Have a good night, buddies.
See ya.